Hey, who's this iPhone 1800? You have to log in with your own names.
Uh, that's me, ma'am. Sudarshan.
Oh, Sudarshan. Okay,
Yeah, I can't change my name, so.
no problem at all. I can. Because I'm afraid, that's it. Okay. All of you should have your videos on. The next thing. I have too many things to ask you for, right? Okay. Did you understand last week's transformations? Did you have any questions on last week's transformations? Guys, you have to let me know. Oh, video is not on. Hmm. Did you have any questions on last week's transformation, guys?
No.
Good to see you three here back. Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't do the homework. I think my mom told you
this
one.
morning.
Yeah, I saw. Did you go over the recordings?
I tried to go over a
We
little
cou-
bit of the
we really
recording,
couldn't
but
'cause
I
we,
wasn't
like-
able to finish the entirety.
Okay. How about Advik?
Yeah, I was really tired because he came at like 6 a.m. So I really just got sleep and just rested.
Okay. Um. Okay, Advik, did you have any questions on the homework? Your homework was fantastic. You showed everything. Navneet, same thing. Great. Okay. Srinita, did you have any questions there?
No.
Sahana, how about you, Ma? Did you get help or did it by yourself, Sahana?
I did it by myself because we did all this in Algebra 1, so I remember it was our last test.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. How about Arush? Didn't do that? Arush,
Yeah,
you didn't do the second homework?
the second homework?
Yeah. You didn't see?
No.
Okay. 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 Uh, you did not see, Ma? Did you not see, Arush?
I just saw the slideshow.
Teacher, see, factoring detailed review did you not do, Arush?
I just saw the slideshow. I didn't see the homework.
Okay, then completing squares.
Yeah, I did that. I think.
Okay, I'm a little off. Let me see where we are on each of those. Okay, transformations, I'll go to transformation. We did not do it fully the other day, right? Okay, let's do transformation nicely first. Okay, let's review what we dealt with and then we'll do. Hold on. I really want you to be good with transformations. By the time school reopens, I really beat any function given to you. You should be able to make the proper transformation, write the proper meaning, draw the proper graph for it. Okay, that will be the expectation. Let's see. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. See, some of it were difficult actually. Okay, let me go ahead and let me try. Okay, first let's try an easy one. Okay, for the homework, I had given something. Let's try an easy one. How about this? Can I go ahead and share my screen? We are going to work on transformations again this week. Those of you who did not understand can catch up. Those of you who know can give input. Advik, are you here, Advik, today?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, your vacation is all over, Advik?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and try this one. After this, I want to move to something big as well. Let's see. So now draw the transformed graph. What is the parent function for this one? What is the parent function for this one? For the given equation, what is the parent function? Can I ask Arush or Srinita?
Y equals x squared.
Yup, y equal to x square. Very nice. So I fill in x and y, but y will be equal to x square. That is my parent function. I know that. I'm going to choose 3 negatives, 3 positives. Any questions still here? Adit, Aryan and Advik. You are going to let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
coming to the transformed function, first, let's give a verbal description of the transformation. That is only going to help us to write the transform function. I don't know what to write here, what to write here. So, Advik, can you help me? What are the transformations? Can we write a verbal description?
So it would be, since it would be going to the left of 2, since it's
Wait. You are new. Okay, let me get the task for Advik D.
yes.
Yeah. Advik, I'll ask you. You let
Okay.
him know this and then I'll ask you. You go ahead, Advik D.
Okay. First one is reflection over x-axis.
Yup, the minus suggests reflection over x-axis. Good. Then,
And then vertical translation up 1.
okay, up 1. Then
And then left 2.
left 2. Now, what axis does it affect? Reflection on x affects which coordinate, x or y?
The y.
Why? Because if you reflect a point on the x-axis, what happens? This is minus, let's say this is 1, 2. When I reflect this point, what happens? The x value remains the same, but the y value gets negated. So it affects the y-axis. Up 1 affects what? Up 1 affects the y-axis or x-axis?
The y-axis.
Y-axis. And then left 2 affects?
The x-axis.
So let me write that down. Now I'm clear. Right? So let me go ahead and draw the parent function first. For me to be very clear, minus 3, 9. Minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 3, 9. Minus 2, 4. 1, 1. 0, 0. 2, 4. 3, 9. So this is my parent function. Any questions still here? Okay. Now I'm going to draw the transform function. So let me say what on x, what happens to my x value? X moved left to 2. If it moved left to 2, that's the only thing that affects the x-axis. If it moved left to 2, whatever was x, I'll subtract 2. And then y is getting affected by 2 different things. Reflection on x affects the y-axis. So y was y, but then because of the reflection, you have to multiply by minus 1, so it becomes minus y. However, there is also an up 1, so I add a 1 to the y-axis values. Any questions here? Now, x minus 2 becomes minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, 1 minus 2 is a minus 1, 2 minus 2 is a 0, 3 minus 2 is a 1. Minus y plus 1, what happens from here? Minus y. You negate the y. So minus 9 plus 1 is a minus 8, minus 4 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 9 plus 1. Am I doing it right?
I'm
Wait.
confused.
Yeah. See, minus y plus 1, minus 9 plus 1, minus 4 plus 1, minus 1
It would be
plus
1.
1,
No, it'd be 0.
0 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, then minus 4 plus 1, minus 9 plus 1. Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay, now I'm going to plot the function. Yeah.
So I'm confused about the entire thing.
What? Because you have not attended the class, not watched the recording.
Yeah.
I definitely can't go back and reteach. Okay, you're going to go over the recording, come back next week and ask.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I go back, right, would I do justice to the ones already attended the class? That is also right, Adit. Okay, so my humble request is go back, watch the recording, come back prepared for the class. That is only going to help. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
But having said that, I feel like you should be able to follow from whatever we are doing. We are just doing a transform graph. Parent function, you already know how to graph. Transform function, I'm telling you how to write the verbal description. So this is basically from algebra 1. The negative says the reflection on the x-axis. This plus 2 says it moved to the left by 2. Plus 1 says it moved up by 1. Then I'm writing what coordinates does it affect and I'm going to plot. Now I put the coordinates of the transform function here. I calculated it and I'm going to find the xy points here. Minus 5 is a minus 8. Then minus 4 is a minus 3. And then minus 3 is a 0. Minus 2, minus 3 is a 0. Minus 2 is a 1. And then minus 1 is a 0. Minus 1 is a 0. 0 is a negative 3. This point is not valid. Okay. Then 0 is a what? Minus 3. 1 is a minus 8. So my transform graph looks like this. For you to check it, this was a reflection on the y-axis, a reflection on the x-axis. So my parent graph, let me draw it in that way and see. Meaning, I said reflection on the x-axis. So my parent graph became something like this. And then it moved to the left by 2, exactly by 2 left. And then it moved up by 1. Perfectly makes sense. So I drew the transformed graph. Any questions here?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Where did you get the points from for the parent function from?
That you can do, right, ma? X you can define your own 3 positive values, 3 negative values, and a 0. According what is the parent function? Y equal to x square, you can calculate. Substitute minus 3 here, the whole square. Minus 2, the whole square. Minus 1, the whole square. 0 square. So like that, you fill in x and y for the parent function. After that, find out how the transformation worked on the x and y for the transform function. Write it down. From this x value, subtract 2. From this x value, subtract 2. From this x value, subtract 2. For the y, you negate the y, add 1. Negate the y, add 1. Did you get it?
Yes.
Any other questions?
Yeah, for the parent function, how did you find the y?
Okay, the parent function here is a parabola. Y equal to x square, right? You know the x values. Independent variable is x. So you just substitute that x value in this equation, find out y. Does that sound good, Adit?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, any other questions? Advik, you're good, right, Advik?
Yeah, I think I'm actually understanding. Can you do another problem like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that makes sense. Sorry, the first value it said -3, I thought that was a 5.
Oh, negative 3. I just picked. See, you don't have to stick to my values. You can put your own values. -5, -3, -1, anything. Okay. Suppose, let's say we are working on a square root function. So I will choose x values how? Okay. My x values will be nice, good values. 25, 16, and then what? 4, 9, like that I will choose positive values. Because square root of 25 is easy, square root of 16 is easy, square root of 4 is easy, square root of 9 is easy. Picking up x values on me. I will choose values that are easy for me. Any questions?
No. Okay.
This part of the transformation is, will you pass? This part of transformation is so important, guys. Okay. Whoever understood this, we are on a ride for algebra 2. Okay, because till the end they will be covering this for every different function. Absolute value function, quadratic function, cube root function, cubic function, square root function, square function. Every bit they'll cover. Exponential function, logarithm. Same logic applies. Okay, so it's all 50% covered if you understand transformation so well. That is why we make it a point to do it in the summer. That way you are not waiting on, meaning a part of literally algebra 2 is covered. How about this? Shall we try together? See, basically, I'm also putting in absolute value function now. Slowly, we are grabbing onto quadratic we did. This is an absolute value function. Somebody would volunteer to write out the verbal description? Or what is the parent function here? What is the parent function here?
Mod X.
That's not mod, okay, absolute value of x, right?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah. We call it here as absolute value of x. Good job, Sudarshan. Go ahead. What happens now?
Okay, so if we take the values as like 3 negative values and 3 positive values.
Can I take, let's say, -4, -2, -1, 0, 2, 4. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But you know, the question is also what is f of -2? Okay, let's see, because I don't know. Okay, let's see. So so now what will happen to the y? Adit, would you like to answer that? Because you asked a question on that. Adit, what should come here? Y will be equal to?
So there's a lot of background noise. I can't hear anything.
Okay, go ahead. Advik D, do you want to say what will be the parent function here?
Sure. -3.
Yeah, oh, I picked -4, right? So what will be the y value?
-3.
Wouldn't it be 4?
Yeah,
Oh,
Advik,
this is a parent function. My bad. 4,
yeah, 4 and then what?
2,
2,
1,
0,
0, 2, 4.
If you follow this, you will never make mistakes in transform function, guys. This is the methodical approach I've ever seen. Okay. So how about this? Initially, it is difficult to get a hang of it 100%, but then once you get a hang of it, you'll never make mistakes in this. Now, they've asked several things. They've asked you to list out the verbal description, domain, range, f of -2, everything they've asked. So let's see one by one. We need to say, who can help me with the verbal description? Please, it's okay to make mistakes. Who wants to say? I'm not going to force you now.
Is it reflected by y, one hand?
No. How do you say that half? What is that half there? Sahana. What is that half there?
Is it a vertical stretch or vertical compression?
If, okay, good thoughts. Okay, now the confusion comes up.
It would be
When
the
a number,
horizontal stretch, right?
okay, guys. What is it?
It would be a horizontal stretch, right?
Correct. Good job. But wait, Arush, very nice. I really like it. Sudarshan, do you know what is it?
For which one? Like I was doing the sums.
Yeah, Ma, what are the verb? I just wanted to know the verbal description. So, what was that half indicating?
Oh, the half was like for the y-axis.
Half was
The
now,
horizontal.
yeah, it touches the horizontal axis. Good job. Okay, before I go there, right, guys, I'm going to review something with you guys. I really want you not to make mistakes on this. Okay, let me go over with the basics. If I stop sharing screen. Oh my goodness. I can't stop sharing screen. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut base this here. Order is important, guys. Reflections you're going to do first, and then stretch and compressions. Last is translation. Order is very important. It is not commutative. First reflection, second stretches and compression, third is translation. Now, I'm going to go over this. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, that's fine. So how about this? Let's go over the table. Whenever you see the minus being associated, see, whenever there is a function, right, within the parenthesis x value is there, right? When the minus comes inside the parenthesis, inside the function, that means it affects the x-axis, horizontal axis. Okay, it affects the horizontal axis, but then it's a reflection on the y-axis. If it is outside like this, right, it affects the y-axis. So it is a reflection on the x-axis. Can I move down? With respect to the negative, you need to understand. Let me give you examples. How about this? If I have it like this, the parent function is an absolute value function. The negative is inside the absolute value function. So it affects the y-axis. It is a reflection on the it affects the x coordinate because the minus is associated with the x coordinate. So it is a reflection on the y-axis. Suppose if it is like this is function. In this case, this minus affects the y value. It is a reflection on the x-axis. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, now let me go down. This is quite important, guys. Okay, now who can tell me what is this A? A is inside the function. Inside the function means, suppose, let's say I have 2x, or if I have 3x for an absolute value function, or if it is x squared, it will be like 2x the whole square. You see, this is a quadratic function. That 2 is inside the parenthesis along with the x, is inside the absolute value function along with the x. So here, this actually affects the horizontal axis.
It'll be a compression of the x-axis.
Exactly. So this is going to be a horizontal compression.
Compression.
Because when it comes to whatever, for the x, right, when you see the number, right, you'll have to find the reciprocal. The reciprocal is 1 by 2. Here the reciprocal is 1 by 2. The reciprocal is 1 by 3. When this factor is less than 1, automatically it's a compression. The factor you have to reciprocal it for the x-axis if it is inside, okay? And if that reciprocal is less than 1, automatically it's a horizontal compression. Suppose if you have 1 by 3x inside, right? Now again find the reciprocal. That is greater than 1. So it is
Wait,
a horizontal
so it'd be a horizontal stretch, right?
stretch by 3. Okay, now suppose if that factor is outside the function. So what does this mean? This one, you're not going to find reciprocal. It's not inside the function. It is as is, it's taken. The factor is 1 by 3. So it's a vertical. It's going to affect the y-axis. Vertical compression by 1 by 3. Suppose if you have 3x squared. See, x is alone squared. The 3 does not affect x. The 3 affects the y. So this is a vertical stretch by 3. No reciprocals for whatever is outside. Am I making sense?
Wait, why did you say it was a vertical?
Because the 3 affects the y-axis. The 1 by 3 affects the y-axis. When it is
Okay.
outside, they're not going to take the reciprocal. This is compression, this is stretch.
So you only take the reciprocal if it's inside the parentheses?
Correct.
Okay.
And then decide whether it is a compression or a stretch. Make sense?
And if it's less than 1, it's a compression, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this one. You're never going to make mistakes. Navneet, can you tell me this one, Navneet, now?
Sure.
Yeah, let me go back to the problem. Let me go back and fix as is. Okay, good. Now tell me. Now it's a little better for all of you, right? Now tell me about this. Is there any reflection? No. We'll go to compression stretch. What is this, Navneet? It's okay to go wrong.
It's a horizontal stretch by a scale factor of 2.
Horizontal
Stretch.
stretch. Horizontal stretch. Good job with a scale factor of 2. Okay. let's write it down. Horizontal stretch by 2. It affects which axis?
X-axis,
X-axis. Very nice. Then what are the other transformations?
and then left 2,
Left 2. Left 2. That affects what axis?
X-axis,
Axis. Then what?
and down 4,
Down 4 affects which axis?
Y-axis.
Y-axis. Now, how do I write the transformed x-coordinate? The transformed x-coordinate is what?
2x,
Horizontal stretch, right? So you're going to multiply x by 2. That becomes 2x. And then left 2, what happens?
minus 2,
Minus 2. So 2x minus 2 is what is going to come here. Determining these two are only the hardest. Okay, coming to y, what happens?
Y minus 4,
Y minus 4. Good job. Now it's easy to plug and play. 2x minus 2 is what? But we need to be careful, guys. That's the only deal. 2 times minus 4 minus 2. So minus 8 minus 2 is a minus 10. Then minus 2 times 2 is a minus 4 minus 2 is what? Minus 6. Then if I plug in minus 1, right? Minus 4. 0 minus 2, 2. Just positive 2 if you substitute, it's a 2. If you substitute 4, 8 minus 2 is a 6. Any questions?
Yeah,
What?
sorry. I'm still confused on 2x minus how we got 2x minus 2 and y minus 4.
That's because, see, it's horizontal stretch means multiplication of x by 2. So that gives you 2x. Left by 2 means subtract 2. 2x minus 2 comes there.
Oh, okay. And we got okay.
Now y minus 4, what happens? Y minus 4 means this is a 0, 2 minus 4, 1 minus 4, 0 minus 4, 2 minus 4. And then what? 4 minus 4 is a 0. Oh my goodness. So now I want to draw the graph. I don't want to use their graph. Okay, I don't like it. I'm going to draw my graph big and neat. Okay. But this part of transformation is so important. Okay, that is why I keep emphasizing every one of you are in here in this class. So I really am going in detail. Okay, so
think
let's
that
see.
you did like some of the transformed Y as well.
What was that, ma? Please, again, I didn't hear you.
The transformed Y values.
Yeah, transform by values, we did it, right?
No, but like it would be minus 8, minus 6, minus
Did I
5.
make a mistake? Sorry, Arush. Explain to me, Arush.
Because it's minus 4. Oh shoot, sorry, I was looking at the X values.
Oh, no
No.
problem. I'm glad you're thinking out loud. You think it's right?
Yeah.
Think, okay. No, sometimes see, if I make mistakes as well, point it out. Okay, I'm a human being too. So let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 1, minus 2. Why my writing pad is so slow? Minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Now I'm going to plot the points minus 10 comma 0 here. And then first of all, guys, before I do this, right, I really want to plot my original graph. Then only I can compare, right? It was basically an absolute value function. I know my absolute value functions, right? I know clearly how does my absolute value function look. So I'm going to go with these. Okay, now, you know what I want to do? I want to draw my this function minus 10 comma 0. Minus 10 comma 0. Then minus 6 comma minus 2. Wow, what is this graph? Then minus 4 comma minus 3. Then minus 2 comma minus 4. That seems correct. Then 2 comma minus 2. 2 comma, you know what? 2 comma minus 2 comma minus 4. Wait, minus 2 comma minus 4. What is that? Minus 2 comma minus 4 is in here. And then 2 comma minus 2, correct? And then 6 comma 0. Okay. Okay, what happened here? I really want a number in between these two. Then only I'll know the lowest point. So I will just put a minus 0.5. Okay, minus 0.5 was a 0.5. So why don't I try that one, please, guys? Between 0 and minus 1, I am plotting my own point. You don't have to. Basically, see, the graph already came through. Okay, but the thing is, I would really like to see. Let me check as well. Horizontal stretch by 2. So basically what happened, horizontally if you stretch the graph, it will become a wide V. Horizontally you're pulling the graph to both sides. You can see my video. You're pulling it on both sides. So it's becoming fatter V, but at the same time it moves to the left by 2 and then down by 4. It moves to the left by 2 and down by 4. Down by 4 and left by 2. So this should be the lowest point. For me, this should be the lowest point. But you know what? For 0, I want to know for sure. That's why for see, this one point is missing, right? So I'm not getting it correctly. So meaning I really want to be, for sanity's sake, let me see. When this is minus 0.5, this is 0.5, right? So here, let's see what happened. 2x. 2x minus 2 is what? 2x minus 2. So 2 times minus 0.5 is minus 1 minus 2. So it's basically a minus 3. And then y minus 4. Y minus 4 is, for minus 3, I'm getting the value. I don't want minus 3. 1 minute, guys. Then I will check here. I don't want a minus 3's value. What I want is really a value for 0. Where is that 0 coming? I'm checking. Hold on. Where will that 0 come? What do you all think? Somewhere in between this. 1 I missed. That is the problem. Minus 1, 1. That value only should come. So minus 1 means it's a minus 2, minus 2. Minus 1 if I put it. Minus 4. Okay, I have minus 1. What is that I don't have? 0 plus 1 I don't have. So this is a minus 1. And then 1 minus 4 is a minus 3. So minus 1 is a minus 3. See,
Will it be like 6 comma 0?
6 comma 0, correct? No, I want x value to be 0. Then that's,
okay.
yeah. So basically this is the lowest value, guys. The minus 2 is the lowest. Okay, it goes like this. Am I making sense? Adit, did you understand? Aryan, you're too quiet. Did you understand?
Yeah, I understand, ma'am.
Yeah, I got it.
Wait, Auntie, like I'm kind of understanding. If you do like a little bit more, I think I'll slowly understand it.
Sure. How about Mahi, did you get it, Ma?
Not really.
Okay, Sri Charan, did you get it?
Not really.
What did you not get? Did you go through the recordings?
I said I get it.
Oh, you're getting, okay. Harshika, how about you?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, I'm going to give you one problem. Okay, now, we did not finish, right? So what is the domain and range of this graph? How to write out the domain of this graph?
The domain will be from minus infinity to plus infinity.
Domain will be from minus infinity to plus infinity. This is an notation. Range will be?
Minus 4 to plus infinity.
Exactly, minus 4 to infinity. And f of minus 2 is what? Function value at minus 2. What is the function value at function value at minus 2 is what? The transform
Minus 4.
minus 4. Minus 2 had a value of minus 4.
It's equal to minus 4 for range. Like,
Yes. Good job. Good catch. Who was that? Arush, huh?
yeah.
Nice. Yes, this is a bracket, square bracket. Good job. Good catch. Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
Wait, why is it a square bracket?
Yeah, why is it?
Guys, I really want you to watch the recording and come back. This is like going back. Okay, definitely if you're not attending any of the classes, the criteria is to go over the recording and only come back to the class because it pulls the class down and I really do not want that to happen. The square bracket means the minus 4 is included. Minus 4 is a part of the domain. If you have this parenthesis, the minus 4 is not included as a part of the domain. Makes sense? Here there is a minus 4 point on the graph. So I need to put a square bracket here. If the minus 4 is not included, right, if there is a hole here, then I put 4 comma infinity. I'm going to move on. Okay. Okay. This is an easy one. I don't want to give that easy one here. You can do it at home. Okay. How about this? Minus, okay. How about this? Okay, you're going to do it by yourself. I just need to see the graph. Okay. Let me see. I don't want all this now. So we are going to do y equal to minus each of you are going to do and send the answers to me. X plus 3. What is going on? X plus 3. And then you have a minus 4. You have a minus 4. You know what and all I want? I want verbal description and I want domain. I want range. I also would like to know what happens to the 0, 0 point, 1, 1 point, 0, 0, 1, 1 and f of 2. I want to know what happens to the original 0, 0 point, to the original 1, 1 point, and I also want to know f of 2 in the transform function. Can we try? It's a lot of graphing. Mhm.
Ma'am, my chat is disabled, so.
Go to the blue color box in the top left corner, click on it, you'll be able to.
Okay. There's no blue box on the top.
Where are you checking? Are you checking on the chat window?
Oh, okay, I found it.
Yes, Aryan, please. Sahana, you are able to understand?
Yes.
Good. I will have to write both parent function, transform function. I'm going to wait for you guys. I'm not going to do this. I'm just writing the skeleton. What is the parent function here, guys? What is the parent function here?
Y equals square root of x.
Square root of x. Good job. Transform function. Shri Charan, why don't you help me? What is the transform function?
Um,
Okay. Sorry. Let's do the verbal description. Then only it will become
I
clear.
think I got the verbal description. Isn't it? Can I try?
Yeah, please, why not?
It's reflection over the x-axis. It's shifted left by 3 and it's
1 minute, ma. X-axis. It
Axis.
affects what?
What?
Y. Then
Yeah, then it's what do you call it? Shifted left by 3
left to 3.
and
Affects which
then
axis?
you go down by 4.
Affects which axis? Left 3.
X-axis.
Uh-huh. Then
And then you go down by 4, which is y-axis.
uh-huh. Now then what happens to the transformed x and transformed y? Srinita. Very good job, lady. Oh, reflection of x-axis. Oh my god, you're too fast. Okay. Reflection over x-axis affects the y, x, y. Navneet, very nice, Navneet. Okay, Navneet, I'm going to check your answers. Minus 3 comma 4 turns to minus 3 comma 4 turns to, ayyo, I don't have the answers. Huh? 1 minute, guys. Where is the classroom? 1 minute, guys. I'm checking. Hold on. You're going to wait for me. I'm going to check. Okay. Let me go back. You know what? So factoring, I gave you a problem. Let's see. So I asked you for 0, 0 minus 3. Oh wow. Minus 4, 1, good job, Navneet. That's perfectly correct. Navneet, my 1, 1 transforms to what? 1 minute. 1, 1 transforms to what, Navneet? I'm checking. Wait. 1 transforms to. Yeah. Correct. No. I feel like something is incorrect, Navneet. 1, 1 transforms to.
Wait, it's supposed to be -2 and -1.
That's what I thought, but that's not in your answer, right? Okay. Good job, Advik. Very glad, Advik. Advik D. Arush. Wow. -5 minus 3, -5. Yeah. Arush, the x transform for 1, 1 is incorrect.
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
Okay. Advik, T, I got your verbal description, but nothing else.
I know, I'm a little bit confused. I'm trying to do it.
Okay, Srichar
Yeah.
and what's wrong with you?
Only the verbal description, nothing else.
Sorry, Adit, what was that?
I could only understand how to do the verbal description.
That is because you guys were not present and you have not see, this is my problem, guys, honestly. Whoever is absent for the class, if you are not looking at the recording, there's no point coming to the next class. That is a mandate hereafter.
It's not letting me send my message in chat.
Yes. I have to be justifiable to the class. Domain is -3. It's my duty to help you, but at the same time, we have done everything in the last class and you come back and ask the same questions. It doesn't carry value at all. Okay, now domain is -3 to infinity. Verbal transformation. Sudarshan. No, Sudarshan. Okay. Let me see. Verbal description is writing it like this, Sudarshan. Okay, I think you got the concept, Sudarshan, but you will have to write the verbal description like this. Am I making sense? Now the way it is going to transform is,
Yes, you're making sense.
okay, so here x value, only this is getting affected. So Aryan, can you help me write down this? Oh, that's good. Sahana, I don't think that's Sahana, that seems incorrect. Okay, 0, 0 transformation alone seems incorrect. I'm going to do it on the board. Aryan, can you help me with this? Aryan or Sri Charan?
But what?
What happened here? Transform function.
For 0, 0,
Hmm.
the x would be into -3, -4. And for 1, 1, it'll be into 2, -1.
Nice. So this is going to be x. What is the left 3? X minus 3. What happens to y? Reflection on x-axis. It's a negative y. Down 4 is a -4. Now what happened? X values I can take in anything, but it is a square root. So I'll be a little careful. 16, 9, 4, 0, 4, 9. My only problem is it can also always be only positive values. It can't be negative values because negative square root does not exist. So this will be 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 0. I can add one more value. So 1, 1 and 0, 0 let me add because I don't have negative values, right? So now what happens to my transform values? 16 minus 3, 13, 9 minus 3, 6, 4 minus 3, 1, 1 minus 3, -2, 0 minus 3, -3. Here -4, this becomes -4, -4, -8. -3, -4, -2, -4, -1, -4. But see, my problem is I'm getting all negative values here. So this is totally invalid as well, literally, because 0, -4. See, I need to go a little, which side? Oh, all are negative values. I feel like this is correct. Let's see. Let's see. So 16, 4, 16, 4, somewhere here, right? 16 is in here. 9, 3, right? And then 4, 2, and then 1, 1, 0, 0. So something like this. Okay, this is my original function, but the transform function 13 falls between these two. 13 is a -8. Oh God, okay. And then 6 is a -7. 6 is somewhere here after this. 6 is a -7. 1 is a -6. 1 is a -6. -2 is a -5. Okay, and then -3 is a -4. So you can keep on extending if you want to. Okay, so what is this? Am I drawing it correctly? We need to know, right? Meaning when the x value will be 0, I need to see that. 1 second, guys. When the x value is going to be 0, maybe, am I making sense? Hold on, let me see, guys.
Auntie, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Ma.
So, I'm a little confused about like in the equation where it says y equals negative square root of x plus 3 minus 4. I'm a little confused how the negative plays into the y value.
This is a reflection
Yeah.
on, this affects the y value. It is a reflection on the x-axis. If you reflect a point on the x-axis, its y value negates.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh.
Now, we already found the answer for something, right? 0, 0 point, right, becomes minus 3, comma, minus 4. 1, comma, 1 becomes minus 2, comma, minus 5. We already answered that, right? Now, f of 2, we don't have an answer, so I better have this root 3. And then 3 minus 3 is a 0 point. Then root 3 minus 4. 0 has a value of root 3 is minus 1.73, minus 5 point something. 0 is minus 5 point something. 0 value on the x-axis is minus 5 point something. It's between this. Okay. So basically it's coming like this. So when I compare this, right, x moved 3 units to the left and down 4. Oh, first of all, it's a reflection of the x-axis. So basically it transformed like this. However, and after that, it moved down 4. Down 4 means what happens? It started down 4 and to the left 3. So it moved left 3 and then down 4 means it went up 4. So something like this. The graph will come to this. Make sense, guys? Right? Now what happens to the domain and range? Domain is
The domain is minus 3 to infinity.
domain is minus 3 to infinity, then
Range is from minus infinity to minus 4.
minus 3 is included, domain? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's included.
Yeah, so you have the square bracket. Range?
It's minus infinity to minus 4.
Minus infinity to minus 4, correct. Minus infinity to minus 4, that's correct. So, minus infinity to minus 4. Minus 4 is included, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and f of 2 you will have to find out, guys. F of 2, literally what happens? F of 2 means x value is 2. What happens to the y value? F of 2 means substitute x equal to 2. That will be a minus square root of 5 minus 4. So minus square root of 5 minus 4 will be your answer for f of 2.
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay, now comes the biggest problem. Okay, I want you to do this one. This one is super irritating to find out the verbal transformation. Okay, I'm not going to do this problem. Now that we have done too many of this type, I really want you to tell me just the verbal description. What is the verbal description here? Harshika, you want to volunteer and tell me? It's a tricky one.
Reflection.
Okay, what is the parent function, ma?
Oh, y equals x squared.
Good job. Okay, clear. Then what?
Reflection over y-axis.
Reflection over y-axis. Okay, then.
And then to the left 5.
It affects which axis, ma?
Oh, x-axis.
Then?
To the
5.
left 5.
It affects which axis?
X-axis.
And
then down 3.
It
That
affects.
affects y.
Now, for the transform function, I'm not going to do the entire thing. For the transform function, what is x and y value? Sahana, would you like to try? Or Srinita, would you like to try?
Sure. So we can. What are the points for the?
But don't worry about it. Points illama. Just the what happens to, meaning based on this x value is getting affected by this, right? What happens?
So negative x minus 5
Yup. Y.
and y minus 3.
Oh, nice guys. That's it. Y minus 3. Good job. So you all got it. So there, see, once you get this right, once you get these things right, there's no way you'll make mistakes. This one, verbal description of the finding the parent. Any questions? Any questions? That was a tough one, actually. I don't know how many of you really nicely followed. How many of you we need to go over again? Okay. Okay. How about so you got it now. Okay, let me see. See, now I don't want to go over transformations, but I really want to get going with the book now. So the first major, the function pamphlet, right, for Advik, Aryan and Adit, right, you really have to go through the first pamphlet. Let me show you. Really, you have to work this week and you should go through this for me. Meaning, what is that? This one, I don't know, whoever has not gone through, you have to go through this basics, right? Function transformation, this one, transformation, more detailed assignment. Okay, did I not post the okay, so I have not posted the function characteristics. Oh my gosh, that is not good. Okay, hold on. Let me show you that as well. Give me 1 minute, I'm going to go over it. Functions. Okay, anyway, I'll post a set, guys. Let me switch off the share. Let me, because YouTube is removing the shares if I keep accessing the drive. So I don't want that to happen. Let me quickly show you what I want you to do. Functions. Yeah, parent functions. Oh, this is exactly what I want you to go over. Okay, all of you, this I'll post it in the Google Classroom. All of you guys, I really would like you to go over this. Let's see. This one. This one I'll definitely post. Okay. See, all that you should know, practice. All these functions. Okay. Now, characteristics of parent functions. You need to know the name of the function, equation of the function, domain, range, symmetry, even, odd, or neither. I don't know whether I went through some of this, but definitely from some of you, like, let's see. This is how I will go. What is this function? Advik D, what is this function?
Linear function.
Linear. So when you think about it, the name of the function is linear. This is what I would do. I'll just see the function and start writing this out and checking the answer at the back. This is so important, and this is just the entirety of Algebra 2. This particular pamphlet tells you what are the functions we are going to learn. So a name is linear. Equation is y equal to x. Domain is minus infinity comma infinity. Range is as well minus infinity comma infinity. Coming to symmetry, right? When you see the graph, right, how do you say the symmetry? If it is symmetric about the origin, means it's an odd function. If it is symmetric about the y-axis, means it's an even function. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay. So you're going to write the symmetry. Even symmetry is with respect to the y-axis or the origin. Even, odd, if it is not symmetric about y-axis or the origin, then it is neither. Interval of increasing is it is always increasing. Interval of decreasing is none for a linear function. Zeros or x-intercepts are both the same. They are the roots where the graph touches the x-axis. That is 0, 0 for this function. Y-intercept is where the graph touches the y-axis. It is again 0 for this function. There is no asymptotes. End behavior. What is the end behavior for this function? End behavior is When x goes to infinity, my graph as well goes to infinity. So you write it as x goes to infinity, y goes to infinity. As x goes to minus infinity, y goes to minus infinity. Any questions here, guys?
No.
Similarly, this exercise answers are as well given here. You can check it. Please don't abuse. Write it down by yourself. Even if you know, please do this exercise. See, please do this exercise for each function. This is a constant function. You'll do the same thing. Okay, whatever you know, then check your answers. Similarly, what type of function is this, guys?
Absolute value.
Absolute value function. How about the absolute value function is an even function because it's symmetric about the y-axis. So this all you know, x-intercept, y-intercept, you should know. When the graph cuts the x-axis, the x-intercept, and the graph cuts the y-axis, the y-intercept. Asymptotes, again, there is none. Asymptotes, I'll come to the function. For now, you learn about this. What type of function is this?
Quadratic.
Quadratic. So do the same exercise for this one. What type of function is this? Anybody you know?
I think it's cubic.
Good job. It's cubic. Okay. You'll get used to this, guys. Okay. This is the first time you're seeing. Don't worry about it. Okay. This is a cubic function. Cubic function is like a chair. How do you get this? How do you know the first time? Do this, guys. X, y equal to x cube. Put some values and see. If you have a minus 5, it's going to be minus 125. If you have a minus 4, it's going to be minus 64. If you have a minus 3, it's going to be minus 27. If you have a minus 2, it's going to be minus 8. If you have minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. When you look at it, these three are the reference point. Minus 1, comma 1, 0, comma 0, minus 1, comma minus 1. So the graph, and you can keep proceeding. When you draw this table, you'll get a chair. So that's a cubic function. When you want to write the end behavior for this one, you know what I do? As x tends to minus infinity, what happens? Y goes to? The graph goes to what?
Minus infinity.
Minus infinity. As x goes to plus infinity, what happens? Y goes to?
Plus
It's
infinity.
infinity.
Plus infinity. That's how you write. Is it symmetric about the origin of the y-axis or neither? What is its symmetry? Advik D, you can say as well. What is the symmetry of this graph?
Is it
Odd.
Odd. Why?
Symmetrical about the origin.
Origin. Good job. So now, Advik, do you know what is this function?
Square root function.
Square root function. Good job. Similarly, what is this function? Do you know, Advik?
Cubic.
It's not cubic.
It's
We already
cube
discussed.
root, right?
Cube root.
Cube root.
Cube root function. Good job. Similarly, how about this? Anybody? Why don't you try this? Meaning, anyone, whoever knows, what type of function is this?
It's 1 by x.
Yes, it's a rational function. Okay. Coming to this one, right? Rational odd function. You don't need to even go into this. Okay. If you substitute the equation y equal to 1 by x, this is the graph you're going to get. Okay. So you don't need to go till here, but at least till 1 by x, try to go over. Okay. This one is 1 by x square. You don't need to go till here. It's enough if you go till page number. What is the page number? 29. If you go till 29, it's more than enough. Okay, if you can do this exercise properly, I will put the homework a separate assignment for this one. Okay, and yet another assignment associated with it as well. I'll put it down. Please do the exercise till page number 29 for this. Okay, you'll be thankful later. Any questions for me? This and all you don't have to do. Okay, we will come to this in December. Any questions? Any questions? So see, this is a square root function. Parent function is square root transformed. See what transformation is it? That's what you need to write down. So these are something to try for you. What type of transformation is this? Okay, this and all, ln and all, you don't have to go through at all. Okay, any questions?
Auntie, this is on the classroom, right?
I'm going to post, I'm saying today only I'm going over this.
Okay.
Okay, any questions for me? We will work on transformations a lot. Next week, I'll get into absolute value functions and quadratic functions. Okay, solving algebraically and doing something with respect to inverses composition. That is the way ahead. Okay, sorry. Any questions? Okay, guys, I'll stop here and I'll see you all next week. You enjoy your summer as well. Okay. If you have questions, stay back. If you don't have questions, we can log off.
Bye.
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 Thank
Have a
you,
nice
Miss Priya.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye. Guys.
Miss Priya, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you go back to the whiteboard for a second?
Whiteboard.
Yeah. No, I had a question on the last equation. Or no, the one we were the question you wrote and on the whiteboard.
You know, I don't have that. It will
Oh.
go to change my.
Okay. Will you post the video today, Auntie? Cause I just needed to go over that. Oh yeah, this one.
What is it?
I just had a question about wait, I forgot my question. Sorry about that, Auntie.
No problem at all, Aryan. You can watch the recording in the channel. Go through the welcome email. It has all the details.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for me, ma?
No.
Okay. But good to see you back.
Yes. Thank you, Auntie.
Bye.
Bye.